All right, so I am creating this unlisted live broadcast. I'm posting and sharing it with you guys. I'm going to see what's happening on YouTube. All right, I mute myself there, otherwise I will, I can see myself and it's lagged, so it's kind of strange. I wanted to just see how live streaming on YouTube works, if like that's your main objective. I'll give you a little backstory here. Let's see if anybody's even watching. I have one watching. I think it's me that's watching. So the backstory here is that on my live broadcast that I just did, I used the wrong camera. I have two cameras here, an internal and an external, and I used my internal camera, so the quality was even worse, and I'm frustrated in general of the quality of the recording, because when I use this software, I can see how awesome it looks, and so I'm curious, the first question for you guys, if you're watching, please pop in the chat box and let me know if you think this is better than it was a little while ago. And so if this could work, we might not need to use Crowdcast. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep an open mind. I thought I'd just take this opportunity to see what you guys are up to. If you had any further questions for me, can talk a little bit about what's going on with the shelves over here. We can talk about the Artist's Way. So just like a little 15-minute after party thing for you guys. This is members only. It's an unlisted link. I'm going to test the chat myself. Hello. Who is here? So the cool thing is that YouTube does have live chat. Doesn't have Q&A functionality. That's kind of the downside. And of course, you're going to see like lots of recommended videos as well. But if we can bump up the quality, to me that's important. But like not so much when you're just like seeing my face, but if I'm like showing you scrapbook supplies, I want you to be able to see them. And if the quality is not going to be that great with Crowdcast, then it makes me want to try something different. So I don't know if it doesn't show that anybody's watching, but that's okay. This is just a test. I will just talk for a few minutes. We're going to just do this like 10 minutes, maybe. So what's going on here with the shelves? You saw me last week. I cleared everything off. I thought it would be pretty quick to put it back together. It has not been quick. Because I want to be like very deliberate about it. So I've started to put my albums back on the shelves, and when doing that, I'm finally labeling all of my albums. I only had like a third of my albums labeled for a long time. So I am doing that, and I am very excited about that. It's helped me kind of see some like gaps that I had and some places where I'm going to consolidate. And then I had some kind of like empty miscellaneous albums. So you can see, like, maybe I should go this way. Like, there's only one more that I would consider, like, an album that has stuff in it. And I have 3 albums of page protectors that are here on the floor. Those are going to go up there next. And then I have 3 currently empty albums, soon to be 5. Because I'm actually going to consolidate 3 albums into 1. So I have some extra albums, which is fine. I'm sure they'll get used, or I can do a giveaway or donation thing for that. So yeah, I'm trying to just do it very deliberate. It's going to take a little bit of time. I've got some clutter to deal with. But I want this space to be functional, super, super functional, and not dumping ground. Because it just ends up being like, oh, just put it on the shelf, and I don't want it to be that way. So yeah, that's what's going on with the shelves. You can see, I mentioned the morning pages, I mentioned the memory planner. I'm getting ready. I just started on this week's last night for week 2. I did a little pen test here where I was testing out my friction point versus my friction ball. I love my friction pens. The memory planner is it's just fun and easy, and I'm really liking that. I've got a whole bunch of stickers, which make that really fun and nice. Though, I will say, if you guys heard me comment yesterday, I mentioned that the Me and My Big Idea stickers, the memory ones, they're way too happy for me. They're just too much like best day ever stuff. I actually really like the planner stickers better in some regards. They're more like, the planner ones are like motivational, but the memory planner ones are just too much happy. I don't know. It's interesting. And then we've got morning pages. Today, I did all 3 pages, and I wrote my affirmation at the bottom 10 times. My creativity heals myself and others. So I was glad to kind of have some time this morning to just really dig into that process a little bit more. If you were watching, if you could comment in the chat box on YouTube, I would absolutely love that, because I want to see how it works and what it looks like when somebody else comments. It's kind of a small chat box, so I'm a little concerned about that and like speed. So, but yeah, so I'd love to, if anybody wanted to comment. I'm curious about the quality of this compared to my live broadcast earlier. I know at least in the recording it's going to be a lot better, but sometimes the live is okay. So yeah, like my habits this year are going really well. I'm feeling good, and my interest is in like maintaining that, and I'm going to be using all the tricks that I shared today in the session. Another thing that I'm really liking, so I haven't talked a ton about this, but I did buy the Inkwell Press quarterly planners. And I love my Erin Condren so much because it has so much room for like stickers, and it's just fun, and there's so much space to write, but it's a really just like, it's a really heavy beast. And so like, you can't even compare. It's like a totally different thing. So in some ways I miss it a lot because there's more places to write. But the Inkwell Press is serving me well, and I'm already totally addicted to these little trackers. So, like, I love the little trackers. They really help keep me on track, and I want to fill them in, and I want to, like, not break the chain. So that has worked really well. And I'm going to do a longer video for you guys that's comparing these planners, compared with some of the other planners I have, and I even started I started a Creative Hub page here in the back. So I'm really liking that, and to me it's okay to try different things and figure out what works best for you. So I'm curious if maybe you can't add a chat, or if I've somehow blocked it. If you can add something in the chat box on YouTube, I would absolutely love that as part of this test here. I want to see how it works. Yeah, I've never done this before. I have broadcast to YouTube, but I've never done it where YouTube was the thing. Let's see here. I'll check on the chat box. Okay. So yeah, I'm always trying to make things better for you guys, and I'm really interested in kind of growing our YouTube community this year. And so I can see a possibility of having unlisted live events on YouTube for you guys. You guys have the links just like you would with Crowdcast, and then public events like we did today. But then there's no login required. There's no RSVP. It's just show up or don't. There's pros and cons to that for sure, but I'm always just trying new things. I'm loving all of the good conversation in our Facebook group right now related to the Artist Way. I just love that we're talking about all these different things, and we've got just so much going. I think this is going to be a really juicy year. It's going to be hard. I mean, I've already uncovered some things that are challenging for me. This isn't going to be, it's not all rainbows and unicorns for sure. But I think we're going to make some progress. We're going to uncover things. We're going to get closer to each other and ourselves. And I think it's going to be really, really good. So I've been on about 10 minutes now. I don't see nobody else comment. I would really love for somebody. I see 3 people watching, one of which I think is myself. But if one of the 2 of you could comment in the live chat box on YouTube, I would love that if you're able to. And if you're not able to, pop over to the member group and tell me in the thread there that you can't comment, because this is my first time doing live to YouTube. I've watched a bunch of lives before, other scrapbookers, and I think that'd be fun to do once in a while. Is we have our member crops, which are planned, but it might be fun to just do kind of some impromptu, a live party or something with our broader community. So, I still haven't eaten lunch yet. I need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I think it's going to close the chat, but I'm just curious how this works and all that, and we will try it again another time. All right. Thanks, guys.